live.
Hello, fellow collectors. I'm Anthony with Anthony's Comic Book Art, and I'm here with the great Wendy Pini of ElfQuest, and her husband is actually shooting us. Thank you, Richard. Say hi. So I came by. I just bought a bunch of stuff from the Thorne relative estates, yeah. And what was in there as well was this the original cosplay. Now, can we say that Frank kind of invented cosplay with this situation?
No, people were wearing costumes at masquerades for quite a while at conventions, mostly sci-fi and fantasy conventions, and it was starting.
Yeah, that's true.
It was starting to get popular at Comic-Cons. But what happened with us and Frank was we met him at a convention in Boston, and we hadn't even started ElfQuest. But I was a dancer. And Frank,
you have the figure for it, that's for sure. Amazing.
I was a dancer, and Frank saw me and he said, "Can you dress up as Red Sonja?"
Oh, okay.
And I said, "Sure." So what Richard did was he went and got 500 solid steel discs and drilled holes in them so we could make real armor.
What do they call them? Slugs back in the day? Those slugs? The armor?
Slugs.
They were the centers of washers. That's
washers. Are
Washers.
they about the size of quarters?
Yeah, but we really wanted to be authentic. Some of the other girls that were cosplaying Red Sonja used the plastic bangles, but we made real armor.
Yeah.
And that's what won all the contests.
Yay.
So then Frank started his persona as the Wizard.
Yeah, the Wizard. I have some other Wizard posters where it's just him as the Wizard.
Yes.
Same date, 77.
He was really a theatrical, improvisational performer. He was amazing. And so sometimes it would be me and some of the other Sonja girls. This is Linda Burley and me and Frank, and we're performing at a restaurant in a mall, I think it was.
A restaurant in a mall.
Yes, it was very strange.
Like in New Jersey? Because
in New Jersey.
Yeah, he was from the, not Secaucus, but...
Scotch Plains.
Yeah, I knew it was an S, yeah.
Yeah. So, but eventually it evolved into a really elaborate stage show with Frank and me. It was called The Wizard and Red Sonja. Wow. And I wrote the dialogue, and Frank improvised all of his lines. And Richard was our special effects man.
Oh, wow.
So I fought a monster, and I danced with a unicorn.
No way.
And
that's awesome. Is there any tape of that still
Yes,
around?
you can find it online if you Google it on YouTube.
Yeah.
It was not a great recording of it, but it was good enough.
Well, yeah, we're in the late 70s, early 80s. There wasn't, the technology wasn't that great.
So it was shot on Super 8, but it's good.
Super 8,
It's good enough for you to see the show and hear the dialogue.
So Frank was a mentor to you artistically? Or?
Yes, he was. In the very beginning, when we got our first couple of issues out of ElfQuest, Frank was pretty hard on me.
Yeah.
And I listened, but I didn't, because I wanted to do it my way. And so he continued on. Eventually he was taken off of drawing Red Sonja.
Yeah, and Marvel,
And he created his own character, Gita of Alizar.
Yeah, Gita, yeah.
And
which was similar in design,
very
but
close.
more PG-13, rated R.
Yes.
And Moonshine McJogs, and
Yes.
we went on to do the Playboy stuff, and that was more his.
Well, that was his passion. He was a very passionate. Red Sonja was like his muse, and he had never loved the character as much as he loved her.
Yeah.
And so we brought her to life for a while,
Yeah.
and then Richard and I moved on to ElfQuest, and these are some of my happiest memories.
That's so cool. I'm so glad I came by and talked to you about it, because we'll get this out, and this is a part of comics history and your history that should be out there for people to enjoy and appreciate.
Well,
thank you so much for talking to me about it.
It's because of Red Sonja that I got my first job in comics. Roy Thomas let me write an issue of Red Sonja.
You wrote an issue.
And that's how I broke in.
Yay. Well, I've done hour-long interviews with Roy. He's great. And
Yes.
yeah, we've done the history of Roy Thomas together, so that's out there as well. I just said, well, Roy, how did you start? And an hour later, we had to cut.
It's a long story.
Yeah, he's awesome. So thank you so much for sharing your memories of this. And you can have that if you need
Oh,
one.
well, we've got it.
Okay.
Let me get a shot of you guys.
Okay.
Ready? 1, 2, 3.
Thank you so much again.